Hey guys, what's coming up for your next year? Let's find out. Someone is definitely opening up their heart, for sure. Come on, let's find out with me. Good morning, everyone. It's the 29th. Yesterday was my birthday. I'm 46 now. I was gonna do a video yesterday, but I didn't get to. I did, however, do one on Thanksgiving that I haven't posted yet because I need to edit it because I'm an idiot. And the way the camera is now, I did my pendulum board that I made, but my arm's in the way. So I just have to edit that part out. I'm an idiot. So when I do that, I'm gonna have to just use my overhead. I hope everyone's having a great day. Excuse my swallow. Today we're going to a look at the year ahead. It originally was like a happy birthday spread, but I like this better than I like my actual spread for Happy New Year. It's more cohesive. The one I have for New Year is like, what the hell was I even thinking? This one is pretty cut and dry. This is eucalyptus. A eucalyptus smudge. See, it doesn't stay lit. Now I remember why I don't use it. I hope everybody had a nice holiday if you celebrate. Mine was awesome. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. I have so many smoky things in here. Alright. I hope I find another feather soon. Alright. So, let's go over the pre-shuffle, shall we? Pre-shuffle. Oh, this is from the one I posted. I'm definitely going to post that video because it was a great reading. Aside from the pendulum board mishap. So for today, it looks to me like what came through for the pre-reading is, I knew that was going to happen. In the quest of gaining true independence, being excited about all of your goals and sharing that with everyone, tirelessly working because, you're happy. So, it seems you are being divinely guided to a union with someone who is, most definitely your counterpart. At least in the cosmos is what I heard. It was the Hierophant and the High Priestess that was part of this whole thing. So while you're going on this path and you're busy and you're doing your thing, and you're definitely being guided towards your other half. That's what I can say. You self-sabotage in this area, like the love area in general, I feel like, because it's the one you haven't mastered. Like, maybe you've put so much work into all of this other stuff. But that you feel like it's kind of like, and I also don't think you hold yourself in high enough regard, which is why you may not pursue anyone at all. Or if you do, you shoot low, so to speak. Not to say anybody's better than anyone else, but you know what I mean. And you're always disappointed when you settle, which is ironic, because what I was hearing was you shoot low, so you're not disappointing the other person. The judgment that you're placing on yourself is because, you don't feel balanced. You haven't learned to let go of controlling every little step of the narrative and just like letting life flow. You have a lot of things you need to work on that you either try to keep hidden or you ignore, that are starting to kind of like show up and be a detriment to this path. Making the decision to stand your ground and, fight for what you want or what you believe in, interchangeably, it gives you like anxiety, because I think once you start on this path, you've been divinely guided to, your life is going to drastically change. So that's what I was getting for the pre-shuffle. I always say I don't know if it's going to coincide with the reading. Usually it does, though. Or is this just a little hey for somebody who's watching? We'll see. I need to make more coffee. I should probably eat something. I was so happy to see my oldest daughter. I don't get to see her that much. She doesn't live far away. We're busy. Both of us. Okay. Let's look at your year ahead. You know what I want to do first? Is I want to, because I'm going to start in January, since we're like right there anyway. For the 12 months, for the year ahead, I'll do the actual year. So right now, what I'd like to actually do is I'll get some letters first, and then I'm going to get just kind of like the vibe for December. A quick little wrap up, right? All right, first let's get some let's get a couple charms. Let's get some lucky charms. I don't have a lot. I have some in my cart that I want on order. But I didn't get them yet. So I'm just going to grab a handful and I'm just going to let a couple drop. So we have a car. A doubloon. And a Buddha. This is ivory, actually. This is antique. So this almost looks like a pentacle, right? So I don't know what all that means for someone. This was treasure. I used to get, when I used to sell this stuff at my castle. We'll just put those aside. Let's get some letters. Why couldn't I count? Alright. Oh, I think this is the first time I've pulled actual vowels. Alright, so we have duet. We have toe. We have do. We have rot. And Ted. Euro. Dot. Dote. Dot. Dote. Read. Dear. Tour. Detour. Detour. That makes 8. Detour, right? So I'll leave these all out and see if you see any more that you can see. That's interesting though, huh? I'm gonna blow this out because it gets crazy. It's a little crazy. Alright. That was good. Spirit, let's just get a little feel for the end of December. What's up for the end of December? Whoop. The Seven of Fire came out again, and yeah. Hangman, so you know, it looks like before you start, like, again, defending your dreams, hopes, and wishes you're taking, yeah, you're looking at everything from a different perspective. I feel like it's regarding everything, though. Ace of Earth. You know, I feel like you do have a spark of passion, possibly for, like, a different lifestyle, but you're really trying to use your intellect about it, of how to go about it, and how to make, you know, the best connections, the best process, which is part of the letting go. I think you have to learn to do. It's like, I feel like it's like December is, just by nature being the end of the year, is making you kind of reflect on things. And, you know, look at things from a different perspective. My daughter just poked her head in real quick. So, yeah, I think, like I said, I think December is kind of like a reflection almost in trying to figure out what your next plans are going to be. You know, are you going to follow your gut and, like, kind of give up the control of everything, or are you going to continue on the path you have been going on? And even though that feels like the most intellectual, I think you're kind of struggling with yourself with that. I think it's just because this new passion, something that's inspired you, that's come in, that wasn't there before. Six of Earth. So equal give and take. Yeah, I feel like, oh no, the Six of Earth. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes even more sense. You know, a sense of like lack or being left out, or, you know, can be like a poverty mindset, things like that. So you may be so focused on, like, I gotta get this money, That's great, but who are you gonna share it with when you're, like, old? You know, I think maybe that's going through your head. And one more thing that they should be aware of for the month of December. Some guidance, if you will. Ooh, that was terrible. Maybe December is going to be messy. Unless the cards fall where they may. It seems like it's going to be messy, but it'll all work out in the end. with some guidance or, you know, something for them to know for December. How should they wrap up this year? You are feeling the loss of a stable, like, home, a stable foundation. Yeah. Happy home. Coming together under one roof. You know, your home base, so to speak. Like, wherever you hang your hat to your home, so to speak. I feel like now, even if you're someplace, I feel like wherever you're at, it doesn't feel like home. Like, you could leave tomorrow and you wouldn't care. You wouldn't be, like, sentimental about it or anything. And that's what you want. You want that, like, home base is what I'm getting. So I guess that's what they want you to know, is that's what's missing. And maybe that's what you should, I don't want to say, like, focus on. Bittersweet victory. Maybe that's what you're afraid of. Maybe it's just, like, the change in general. Because this is familiar to, like, the last reading that I have to post. But there's a lot of change going on in, like, every reading I hear or come across. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, well, that's what I'm hearing too. So what you're missing is that you have a loss. You feel a loss when it comes to, like, your happy home, your relationship, your foundation, things like that. It's too many. You know, but what Spirit wants you to know is, yeah, it's going to come with the bittersweet victory, because it's something that you haven't faced yet, you know, so it will be a victory almost over yourself. For you to open up enough to allow the water to start flowing in that direction, because right now it's like you're a dam. In the Oracle of Pentacles, you know, that's Queen of Pentacles is very grounded and nurturing, and, you know, I think that's what, if you want that, you're gonna have to be a little uncomfortable. A man or woman, but you're looking for, again, that's like foundation, that's like stable, that's like, this kind of is like home. This is who you're coming home to, who's in the kitchen making home, you know, again, man or woman. The Magician. Hi. So, you know, you have the tools to make this happen. It's just a matter if you have it in you to face the things you need to face to succeed, because the emotional things are much harder than financial. When it's time to start, like, assessing yourself. Is everybody here thirsty? Alright, so I think what I'll do is we'll lay out the cards. This isn't really that easy with you here, you know. You can stay if you want, though. She came flying in my room the other day and jumped up on here like she was crazy. I never sprayed her so fast. Alright, let's go with this one. I would just like to note this cat is not a lap cat. She never sits on our lap, and she's just sitting there right now. You want to see? You want to see what's going on for the year too, huh? Thank you, Spirit. I'm not gonna leave that, I just wanted to note it. Three of Fortune, Four of Pentacles. Hi. Hi, sweet girl. This is so out of character for her. Alright, bottom of the deck. Two of Pentacles. Alright, let's see. So what's your energy, collective? Nice, the Empress. Sweet. Next 6 months in love. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Next 6 months in finance. You gotta be strong for that. Next 6 months in health. All right. Months 6 to 12 in love. Six to 12 in finance. And 6 to 12 in health. Nice. So it looks like maybe you're dealing with something for the first half. in the second half, you're doing pretty good for health. Maybe it's like, I'm thinking, New Year's resolutions. That's what it looks like, I bet. Like eating more healthy and exercise and taking care of yourself. Something notable in the next year, and advice from Spirit. So, I mean, 10 of Cups for your next 6 months in love is pretty self-explanatory. Maybe you're gonna find, like the one. Finances, strength. It's a gentle strength. Is always to me like a gentle strength. So I wonder if it's kind of just like holding steady. Everybody's finances are struggling as of late, and I think it's just like hold on and kind of get through it. Again, health. I feel like maybe you're making more healthy decisions regarding your health and what you're eating and drinking. Maybe you're giving up alcohol. Could be. Or an addiction of some sort. You coming through as the Empress as your energy for the year. It's no wonder why all these good, strong cards are coming through. I feel like you know who you are. Your experience, you've kind of been through it, and the Empress is the mother of the tarot, so to speak, and I think you've gained that title. You're able to take care of yourself. You're able to take care of others, and be valuable to whatever situation you're in. So as far as months 6 to 12 for love, it looks like you might have to set some boundaries. Don't you yell at me because you can't get up there. See, she wants to get up there so bad. You might have to set some boundaries. You might have to, whether it's with the person you're with or with other people, to mind their business, because it could be that too. With finances, it looks like something you're manifesting is coming in quick, or changes are going to be happening in the second half of the year. As far as health, again, it looks like this is a celebration. So whatever your goals were from the beginning, it looks like you made strides. Something notable that's coming in is, it could coincide with this. This could be a love offer coming in. Or it could be the love offer is coming in because you decided to move forward, like with an open heart. Advice from Spirit. Justice. Yeah, I feel like it's let the cards again fall as they may. I feel like this is the year to kind of like, you've done a lot of work, kind of hang on to what you're doing financially. Changes might come in the second half, but it's like time for what you've like manifested to start to like come in. Are you kidding me that they're doing this now? They're mowing the lawn now. Okay, I hear you. Okay. So the overall energy is, balancing, I think, a bunch of new things. I think it's going to be, if this is a new love coming in, balancing that with your new goals for the year. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Juggling a lot of different things. Let's go around and clarify, shall we? Sorry if that's wicked loud. Alright. Tell me about the overall energy, please. Tell me more about this Empress. I feel like you have like a lot of responsibilities, and you're like kind of planning for the the year. Yeah, kind of like the pre-shuffle, I guess, about kind of like thinking about how to get that feeling, I guess. Yep. You had a new way of, new enlightenment that's kind of put you on in this feeling of if you don't feel like the Empress, of like how to get there, you know what I mean? Tell me about love for the first 6 months. What's this 10 of Cups? Definitely fulfilled anyway. Like, this is what it was all for. Interesting. Yeah, the Hierophant is what came through as one of the counterparts in the pre-shuffle. Yeah, and you know, the Five of Swords again, you had to fight for it. Yes. And maybe you decide you made up your mind to go ahead and fight for it. Yeah. You fought for it and you won. Bittersweet victory. But everyone's like, huh. They were right. They do belong together, you know, for that scenario. Tell me about finances. Tame that beast I'm hearing too. You gotta control your spending. Yeah. Just because you want something doesn't mean you should have it. You have to prioritize, I think. You have to have the strength to be frugal. You know, maybe, oh, look at that, 10 of Cups. Woo! Don't blow it all on this new love interest. Yeah. I think that's it. Don't live outside of your means just because you're happy. You have to stick within your budget, so, you know, possibly because, oh, look at that. Yeah. You need to have the strength to not go out and, like, wine and dine and all that stuff. Because you got something coming here. So, be frugal the first 6 months. I don't see anything bad, but I see with the strength, that's telling me you need to have self-discipline. While you're going through this and celebrating and being happy with friends, I think you have to pay attention to your spending. What is health? High Priestess, which is interesting, came out also. Counterpart. for your health, I think it's, you know what you need to do. I think, again, whether this is an addiction to a substance, addiction to food, addiction to an unhealthy lifestyle, mental health, this is telling me you know exactly what it is you need to do. I feel like you can't ignore it anymore. Because that's going to be like part of, you know, being the best version of yourself. Oh my God. I think this is saying that, yes, you should definitely make these changes sooner than later. Make a plan. Last half in love, please. People are starting to make you question. But ultimately, you need to just, whichever way it is, stick up for your choices and what you believe in. Yeah, you just wait and see how everything goes. You can't project on people, but it looks like, you know, hopefully it's not with the person. Hopefully things don't go sour by then, and that you're like, actually. For some of you, it is with the person. They're not respecting your boundaries, and you're like, I don't know if this was a good idea, and you're kind of looking towards the future to get out of there. So some of you, your relationship's gonna last like 8 months, 6 to 8 months. Some of you, it's the opposite, and you're defending your relationship, and you're making plans for your future, regardless of what the other people think. A Virgo could be involved too. Okay. What about finances? Months 6 through 12. Or 7 through 12, I guess. 7 through 11. I don't know, whatever. The second half of the year, you guys. Eight of Wands, please, for finances. My cat's poking me on my back. You got down. Thank you. Two of Swords. I'm trying to make a decision that you're arguing with yourself about. I feel like maybe you have to make it fast and you don't want to. Or it's a decision you never wanted to make. None of these are flipping over, so... We have one more for that. Okay. Yeah. Don't make any rash moves. Get all the information first. And once you have all the information, then you can use that to make the decision. I think you have a lot of information coming through. And I think you need to let it settle before you do anything about it. Alright. So your health, Wheel of Fortune, yeah, this is changing your life. Whatever you're doing for your health is awesome. And it's good. So that's good. You know, it's a positive change. Maybe you've made some habits. You're gonna make habits that you don't want things that are given to you. I think it may be, maybe it's drinking. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, you're moving forward with passion about it. You're really focused on it. I think it might be, for some people it might be alcohol. Okay, tell me something to take note of. Knight of Cups. You know, I feel like this is really you moving forward with an open heart and kind of doing what's the best for you. Page of Cups, yeah. Listening to your intuition. Again, it could be a surprise love offer. You got a lot of love coming in this year to kind of balance out everything else. And advice from Spirit. Too many. What's the advice? What's this justice? Thank you. Don't overthink it. That's what your justice is. You have to learn to let go. That's your advice, is to let things lay the way they will. And learn you don't have control over it. And that's okay. Take the lessons you've learned before and apply them moving forward. For your independence. Yeah, see, look at, you were so stuck on finding your independence from before. And the only real way to gain control is to let go of control. But now you have new enlightenment, new ideas, new goals. And I think it is realize that you didn't lose these things. You're not stepping away from whatever it is you feel like you're losing by kind of moving forward a little bit more on this path you're on. You're supposed to go to the full cups. You have empty cups, so you need to go towards the full ones. So yeah, as things start kind of like settling and really bringing you towards your independence, realize that some things will stay, some things will go. You may not like it all, but don't take it as a loss, because you're just starting out with this new way of thinking and telling everybody about it. That's what I get like you're telling everybody about it, and that's okay. You can, you know, every loss is not a loss. You have to like make room to have new stuff, right? Okay, bottom of the deck. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. A lot of repeating cards confirming. And that's where you're going. You're heading towards that Queen of Pentacles. To be able to nurture your life now, instead of just survive. Alright guys, well, I hope that was enlightening for somebody. I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm going to edit these 2 videos and go from there. Well, like and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe. And I'll see you in the next video.